You set goals, it seems you always meet them. So now that you're back in MMA, back in the PFL, what is your goal now that you're back in MMA again?
You know, my goal right now is not just about like being back in MMA. It's about being back in activity, in combat sport in general. It's being back in what I love. And then I think I always have a purpose. I always look forward for my purpose, the reason why I'm doing. And lately, things been a little tough. You know, I haven't questioned if I have to continue or if I should just hang off the gloves and stuff. But then I realized that that should be a purpose for me. You know, like I didn't have a chance to fight for my son, man. So I think this is it.
Thank you, Francis. Appreciate that.
Over the past week, there's been a lot of conversation on the back end of Israel Adesanya's fight, and he has shown you so much respect, and he has continued to make it a point to make your accomplishments and your experience not be forgotten. And so recently there was something that kind of bubbled up about that, and it came to a head, and we kind of found out what happened. My question is, how does it make you feel to get that level of support and have that loyalty shown to you by someone close to you like Israel Adesanya?
You know, it's always great. I mean, since we didn't know each other before we get here, we get in our combat sport career, you know, and then we had to know each other, and then since then, I like. My first fight was on the same card with Usman, and then we hook up. Then Adesanya came after, and then we just have a good chemistry and support each other, you know. So it's always been a good chemistry between us, a good support, genuinely, and everybody, which is everybody the best, you know, which is everybody to dominate in this division or to overcome whatever is going through. So it's been, and whether it's on or off stage, we've been supporting each other, and it's also very comforting, you know, like there are moments that you're up and there are moments that you're down, and then you truly need support from people that care about you, you know. So, and those are very important. Like my first boxing match in Riyadh, we were there a whole week with Adesanya and Usman, and let me tell you what, even though I wasn't knowing what I was getting into, at least I was happy that whatever happened, it happens when I'm surrounded by people that care for me. On the table? I do train with Mike Tyson, and that was for one fight, for my first fight against Tyson Fury. But what I'm gonna say is that boxing is a complete different sport, man. Like it might still be a combat sport, but it's very different from MMA, where it's the stand, the approach, and everything. So it's quite different, and it's very hard to take something. Yes, maybe you can, if you get some speed, if you can gain some speed, have some clarity on your target, you know, that will help you in MMA, but those are completely two different sports.
Dana White said earlier this summer that Francis didn't want to fight Jon Jones. Can you clarify back then that you would have fought Jon Jones, and if that fight could happen, is it one you would still welcome?
Well, I think that's the new narrative, since he needs to say something either way, you know. But as far as I'm concerned, Jon Jones didn't want to fight for me, according to them. And so many times that we sit down on the meeting, I'm like, oh, it can happen. Jon Jones doesn't want to fight anymore. You know, like he lives in Albuquerque. He doesn't. He lives his small life. He has a lot of money in his bank account. You know, so I think. The guy who controls the narrative can say whatever he wants. But that's just the narrative. I was the one requesting the Jon Jones fight, but I didn't want that like a, I don't know how to say, like a trap to get into some deal and get to something that I didn't want, you know. I want things to be straight and square, you know. So yes, I wanted to fight Jon Jones, but in a good condition, not just to fight, to be paid out.
The night that you fight Renan Ferreira, it'll end a 1,001-day layoff from mixed martial arts. With the boxing training camps in mind, was there a challenge in rewiring yourself to get back into mixed martial arts?
I think the challenge is not into rewiring myself into mixed martial art. You know, the challenge is about like going out there, you know, and deliver and be me again, you know, and have that aggressivity, have that determination, you know. So that's where my challenge is located right now. You know, I don't have any challenge going back into mixed martial art. As I said before, I just felt like it was, I was riding the bike and I used to do, so that's my challenge.